can remember that they're changing my voice. This is part 2 downtown. I decided to start another video clip because I'm sort of on a roll here. The problem with society starts with their refusal to define morality correctly and to follow suit. And God is in the essence of morality. So where do we see God? Where do we find God? In the essence of morality. That's why the Bible says without holiness, no one will see the Lord. No one will see that in the essence of morality is something superior to morality, the source of morality, the force behind morality, the true driving force of morality, of the spirit of righteousness, the spirit of morality. And to understand what God is, you have to define righteousness correctly. You have to define godliness correctly. If you define God as somebody who doesn't practice morally precise justice, then you're worshiping the devil because your definition is incorrect. So, again, in Santa Cruz, the problem with those 2 females was that they refused to define morality correctly and then follow suit. And one of them argued that I was trying to force my views on them. Okay? Trying to get the person to agree that 1 + 1 = 2 in basic arithmetic is not the same as forcing my views on them. Trying to get them to agree that the sky appears blue most of the time is not, or a lot of the time at least, is not forcing my views on them. But they didn't want to admit that to themselves. So the devil is a deceiver. You have to know what is true and what is false for him to be deceiving, right? For you to identify what he's deceiving you about, or what he's trying to deceive you about. What is deception? What is the nature of deception? What is deceit? What is a lie? What is truth? That's why in the Bible says outside the gates are those who practice falsehood. So you have to understand what is true, and you have to understand what is moral. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey, why is he going on about this? Because moral clarity, right, is needed for moral will. How are you going to have the will to do what's right if you're not clear on what is right? Moral, mental, spiritual, and romantic clarity are the same thing. So the refusal to admit that there's a universal moral that puts me as God's son, as the natural leader, directly translated into them not rallying to me, which part of the domino effect was that people don't get the help that they need, that people don't go to heaven, that people don't find their way in life, that people have bad judgment when it comes to dating, the 50% divorce rate, the 70,000 people who die of fentanyl every year, the 50,000 people who committed suicide last year, the 60,000 people who died without adequate access to health care. It directly translates into that. I don't know why these community service officers popped up here, but